next one is going to be Killer Croc versus Abomination. Okay, let's see. Oh boy. So right off the bat, this is a dud. Killer Croc winning against Abomination? No, sorry. Abomination is just as strong as the Hulk. Maybe he can't get stronger than the Hulk, but he's definitely up there. Again, he can heal, and I think Killer Croc can heal to a certain extent too. This is... Nah, I'm sorry. Abomination wins. Yeah. Killer Croc is not as smart as the Abomination, and I think the Abomination would definitely overpower the Hulk. So, again, this was picked by fans. So the fans voted. I said Killer Croc. They must have some. I guess back in the '90s, Killer Croc used to be a good thing, huh? I don't know. I think Abomination would win. So I picked Marvel. Okay, so then we got Arcadia versus the Riddler. This is actually a really cool fight. So this is a really cool fight. All right, so here's my thing. You have the Arcade versus Riddler, and the Arcade wins, which is rightfully so. I think Arcade would win because he's more into building machines and mechs and stuff like that. So yeah, and mazes. So I think eventually he would beat the Killer. I mean, he would beat the Riddler. So then you have the Riddler beating the Daredevil. Now you have to remember that Daredevil did fight Arcade, and Daredevil has he has a ultrasonic radar, or he has like that radar where remember, he can't see, he's blind. So a lot of the traps and stuff that he thinks is good for like normal people, Daredevil would definitely overcome those. That's why I'm saying that the Riddler could not beat Daredevil. So in this one, you have the Riddler losing to Arcade. So yes, this is right on. But I think that the Riddler would have lost to Daredevil. Absolutely. So this one seems correct. Next up, we have Black Adam versus the Mandarin. What the hell? What is that? Okay. So this is about right. This is Black Adam versus the Mandarin. I agree with this. The Mandarin is only as strong as the rings that he wields. He doesn't have any real strength after the rings. So if you take the rings off, you compromise him, definitely. Black Adam, again, he's pure power. So no matter what you do, you could take all the clothes off him, he would still have his strength. So yes, and interesting fun fact, those rings are actually alien originated. I'm sorry. I can't even say the word now. Origins. Wow, it took me a long to say that. Origins are in Fin Fang Foom, like his alien race, and that's how he found it when it was crash landed in a spaceship. So that's actually where those rings come from. Those are actually a power source for Fin Fang Foom. So again, that's pretty cool. But Black Adam wins. This seems about right. The next one is going to be Bullseye versus Deadshot. All right. So these two are both assassins in their right universes. Where you got Bullseye in Marvel and you got Deadshot in DC. And either one of them are pretty strong, but I would put money on Bullseye. I think Bullseye would win. Just because Bullseye is a little bit more psychotic in my eyes. And he has an adamantium skeleton. It's not like Wolverine's. It doesn't really help him heal, but it's just a skeleton. So Deadshot trying to do headshots won't really work. So yeah, this seems about right. Okay, the next one. What's the next one? Poison Ivy versus Black Cat. So let's talk about this. It's a good fight. I would say I would say this would be a draw. Why? Poison Ivy is strong. She has her plan. She can manipulate things. Catwoman, actually, you know what? No. I think Black Cat would win, because I think if she kept killing her plants or trying to cut their plants, it would drive Poison Ivy out of her mind, and I think Black Cat would definitely have a way to psychotically break her. When we're talking about pure strength, Poison Ivy would definitely win. This is definitely a hard fight to see which one would win. I don't know. I think this would be a tie in my eyes. This definitely would be a tie. They had to pick a fight. They said Poison Ivy. I think it would have went either way. So, yeah. Enchantress versus Circle. Where's Enchantress? Okay. So they said Circle will win on this. Enchantress, I think she's the isn't she the no, that's Huntress I'm thinking about. I don't know too much about Enchantress. Again, these are fan voted, so I guess somebody voted for Circle. I don't know too much about both of these, so I'm going to leave it at that. They said that Circle wins, so the fans knew something I didn't. Again, who cares? So they have Dr. Polaris versus Magneto. And they said that Magneto lost. Well, I'm trying to think. I think maybe Dr. Polaris might be a little bit smarter, so maybe he might outsmart Magneto. They both have the same powers, so that could be a thing. It could just be that maybe Dr. Polaris does have other powers that I'm not too familiar with, so maybe that's the reason why a lot of the fans thought that he would lose. Magneto was pretty big in the 90s, so for him to lose against Dr. Polaris, there has to be something that Dr. Polaris has that Magneto doesn't. So we'll leave it at that. I don't know too much about Dr. Polaris to really dispute this, but if you do, let me know down in the comments. Captain America versus Batman. All right. So on this one, they have Captain America winning. If you read the comics, Batman won. So maybe that was their way of saying it was a tie. I think it would be a tie, to be honest with you. Batman definitely has more fighting styles. Captain America has more strength and power, but they both have the experience. But I think Captain America would come out on top just because he has more experience in fighting in wars. This is actually a really good one. I would say it was either. I would say it was a tie. It would go either way. In the comics, they had Batman win. In the cards, they had Captain America win. So this is it's actually a really good fight. I would say either one of them. So I'm not really upset with the outcome that they had in the comics. I'm not upset with the cards. They had Batman win in the comics. They had Captain America win in the cards. So in my eyes, it looks like a tie to me. I don't know if I flipped it over for you. Oh, that's kind of crazy. Dr. Doom versus Cyborg. And why? Why is Cyborg? He's like a clone. He's a robot of Superman, right? He was supposed to be. But why? Was Cyborg that popular in the 90s? Let me know. Maybe they just ran out of characters. But yeah, this is a given. Dr. Doom will definitely win. Hands down. I mean, he creates robots. And then he's fighting against a cyborg. Oh, God. Come on. It's whatever. Darkseid versus Thanos. Alright. right, so let's see who they got winning. That's about right. Darkseid would definitely win. Thanos is he's not weak by any means, but he's not driven like Darkseid. Darkseid has a reason to fight. He wants to protect his planet. He's not trying to conquer other planets. He's trying to make them into what he wants them to be. Where Thanos is all about killing. He really doesn't have any strategies. He just tries to impress death, and that's really all he does in the comics. Yeah, this seems about right. Darkseid. Two-Face. So here's an interesting one. All right. And I'm going to show you again why this is so dumb. They have Two-Face beating Jigsaw, but they had Jigsaw beating Deathstroke. What are we talking about here? Are you serious? Yeah, that would never happen. So, in my eyes, Jigsaw would win. Why? Because he would fuck with him. He would say, hey, why don't you flip that quarter? Why don't you ask if you're going to shoot me or not? And then all of a sudden, Two-Face has to do it. And that gives him time to pop the dude in the face. So Jigsaw wins. Green Goblin. Okay. And this was about right. You had Green Lantern versus Green Goblin. Again, why? I mean, you're talking about a cosmic being. I mean, a cosmic energy of a human wielding it against Green Goblin. I mean, why? Green Goblin only has super strength and stuff like that because of the stuff he took. But you're telling me he's on the same... You can tell me that Green Lantern's going to fight him? I mean, come on, dude. This is like such a stupid fight right here. Green Lantern all the time. All day. Green Lantern would win. I can't even entertain that. I'm never going to entertain that no more. I don't even know why the hell people are picking this guys to fight against each other. So this actually would be a good fight. They had ManBat versus Lizard. That's actually a really good fight right there. I can actually see it go either way. I would say, well, the Lizard can't get to his, he's not going to think like his scientist wise, but they said ManBat would win in this. I guess, I don't know. Maybe that would be a good tie. I could see it going either way. Really. Kingpin versus Lex Luthor. I'm sorry. So yeah, this is bullshit. Kingpin would not beat Lex Luthor. Unless we're talking about brute strength, then I could see him doing it without the suit, without Lex Luthor having a suit. But I would say Lex Luthor would win. But they're saying like if it was, I guess it was just fist to fist. Yeah, Kingpin would win. But we're talking about Empire against Empire. Lex Luthor would win, hands down. Next one is going to be Scarecrow versus Scarecrow. I don't know who this Scarecrow is from. I know this one is from Marvel. That one is from Batman. I don't know enough about this Scarecrow to make an observation, but they said this Scarecrow would win. So we're going to go with that. Again, I don't care about Scarecrow. Neither of them. I never see anybody say, oh, I can't wait to get that copy, so I can't wait to get that issue of the comic so I can see what happens with Scarecrow. I've never met anybody who cared about the Scarecrow that much. Ever. And they had Mole Man versus Kingpin. Mole Man versus the Penguin. And this is another one of those fights that I could care less about. But they're saying that Mole Man, which is a Fantastic Four villain, and Penguin, which is a DC villain, they're saying that Mole Man would win. Mole Man controls subterranean beings, so maybe there's some kind of strength to him. The Penguin is just, I don't know, a mobster. So I guess I don't know too much about these two neither. I can care less. I know Mole Man fought Fantastic Four. He was one of the villains, so we'll go with that. And that is it. And then you have, of course, you have the Impact. Then you have the Halo FX. Then you have the Mirage. And I don't have the Mirage. So, and I don't have the... oh, I do have the Impacts. These are... Let's look at the ones I do have. So that's Namor with, you know, then you can see it. Yeah, those are actually really hard to pull. I wasted a lot of money trying to pull them, and I didn't pull any of them. So I think the Mirage I did. Look how old that is. And they have the Quicksilver and Flash, which was okay. Yeah, again, I wasn't the best person to be gentle with these. Let's see. So this is supposed to be the Justice League versus the Avengers. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm missing these 3. And it was really hard to try to pull them. And then you have XMen versus, I don't know what the hell was that one was. Let's see. That was XMen versus Teen Titans. So it was really hard to pull all these. I didn't really pull all the chase cards. And the Mirage, if you got any of these are worth a couple $100 actually. And the things that are different with this one, I'll show you really quick with this one. As you see how it's like embedded, it's indented. So it's almost like it's popping off the page or the card. All right, thank you. So Green Lantern versus Silver Surfer. I was supposed to talk about this card. I didn't talk about it, so I'm going to fit it in right now. I'm a fan of Silver Surfers. I'm also a fan of Green Lantern, just not Kyle. Green Lantern would lose for the simple reason that Silver Surfer has the powers of Cosmic, where his ring needs to recharge after using it constantly. So Silver Surfer really has an unlimited amount of energy. But to be honest with you, I think after they talked and whatnot, Silver Surfer is a pushover. He'll like come to terms and be like, listen, it's not worth us fighting. We're both on the same side, and he'll talk to reason. I think Kyle's more of a hothead. So, I mean, when it comes to raw power, I mean, Silver Surfer's going to win, you know? And that's what they have here. They said that he wins. So, it's an interesting fight. I wouldn't say it's a good fight just because Silver Surfer really wouldn't fight him. He would always try to talk, and he's more of a, you know, he's more of a nice guy. Like, the whole reason he became his hero was to save his planet and Planet Zenla and his wife or his girlfriend. I even forgot what her name was. Was it Zenla and his planet was called something else? I don't know. If you know, let me know down in the comment section. But Silver Surfer is really like a peaceful dude. He doesn't really want to fight. That's the whole reason he became a hero, was to save his planet. So, interesting though.